Next up, we have Aston Villa versus Celtic. Both of these teams are in, and Villa is mostly the one in competition for potentially getting a bye here, but Celtic could also get a bye with a win. Look, Celtic's got some issues. Medea is obviously suspended on a red card. He is a pretty good chunk of their offense. Villa has been a little bit disappointing on the road, but they have been much better at home. I think Unai Emery is a very underrated manager, especially when it comes to tournament football. You guys got to remember, tournament football is different, and Spanish managers tend to do very, very well, especially when it comes to tournament football. And Unai Emery is a seasoned vet when it comes to knowing how to win in tournament football. So I do like Aston Villa here. I don't know if I like them enough to cough up the -1. It's going to kind of depend on what we see out of the lineups here. The over 2.5 seems a touch high for me. I'm probably not going to take the under 2.5. Villa's team total is obnoxiously high to me here. Again, Medea suspended for Celtic is a major miss here for them. So I think this one's going to be Villa. I wouldn't be surprised if they score 2. Whether or not Celtic get on the score sheet is kind of the big thing for me here. I do think Villa win this game, and I do think that they toss their hat in the rink to potentially get a bye, but they're going to want to do a good job trying to run up the score differential on a little bit of a depleted Celtic offense.
Yeah, and that's why the odds are where they are. The question you have to ask yourself is, how much do we trust them, right? They're coming off of a really poor game against Monaco. That was away from home. And then they turned around in the Premier League.
By really poor, you mean lost 1-0.
Lost 1-0, yeah. I mean, I think that's poor. I don't know. I mean, you pretty much could have qualified with a bye with a win in that game.
True. There was a lot on the line there. I will give you that.
So that's a bummer for them. They turned around, went back to the Premier League, a 1-1 draw at home to West Ham, where they scored a goal early and then pretty much did nothing the rest of the game. West Ham dominated that game.
Sure
West
did.
Ham's not very good.
You could feel that goal coming all second half.
Absolutely. So my real issue with them is their defense just isn't very good. So kudos to them that they've gotten themselves on 13 points in 9th place with a chance still to be in that top 8. But their defense is suspect. It's been better in Champions League than it has been in the Premier League, but the games just haven't looked convincing. So quite honestly, it's a tough spot for me to say I'm going to get involved and buy that there's going to be an over, and buy that they're going to hit their team total, and buy that the money line at -180 is worth even a parlay piece, or maybe you want to take -0.75 and protect yourself a little bit. It's tough to see all of that upside other than, hey, a win pretty much gives you that chance to get into that buy situation. So really tough game for me, quite honestly. It's, do you believe in the Aston Villa that we saw the first 6 games, or do you believe in the current form that they're in right now? I think they're fortunate that Celtic really has nothing to play for. Shout out to them that they've gotten themselves into an automatic spot into that knockout round. What are we going to see out of them is the unknown variable here. So I'm sorry, I did a lot of talking to not really give out a bet, just to kind of try to set the stage for why the odds are the way they are, and to tell you to proceed with caution.
Yeah, if we take a quick look, at who's available for Celtic in these potential lineups, where you're going to get your offense is going to be from Kuhn on the right wing, especially without Medea in there. McGregor playing the kind of 10 role here is a guy I like to hit a shot on target, maybe to score or assist. I don't know. I kind of dig Villa to win 2-0 at +175, +170. I just think Celtic without Medea is going to be really hard pressed to find a goal here, and I don't think that they have a ton to play for. And Schmeichel's a guy who is either going to completely stand on his head, or he's going to look like total ass. Yeah. And at least he's familiar with Aston Villa as being the former Leicester keeper, so like that might give him a little bit of an advantage. But I don't know. I do like Ollie Watkins here. I've been big on Rodgers
Numbers so
lately.
short, man. That's my
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. And all the numbers on all the Villa guys are going to be really short. So the hidden gems I always talk about on Villa are Tielemans for a shot on target. He takes a ton of their set pieces. And you know, is a very long shot, like maybe assist look. Leon Bailey has been doing kind of jack shit in the offense lately. And I do expect that we're going to start seeing him phased out for Daniel Malen. You know, Bailey is only 27 or 28, Jamaican international, who I do mess with when it comes to like CONCACAF stuff. But Daniel Malen is just flat out a better player.
Yep.
Whether or not Malen starts because he's only been with the team for like 2 weeks is neither here nor there. I do like Rodgers. I think he's been playing well. His to score assist number at a plus number is definitely worth a look for me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this one.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say to actually give out a play, and I tend to agree with you on the can they win to nil? I think that's a pretty good look. If you believe in them and you think that's the case, you can play a correct score band of 1, 2, or 3-0. That's sitting at plus 140. So that gives you a couple of options there. If you think Celtic do get on the score sheet, there's a 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 correct score band, which is actually plus 190. Just comes down to, do you guys think Celtic can score a goal or not? Those are the two that I'd be playing.
Yep, I'm kind of with you there. Guys to look out for that are fucking hacks. Carter Vickers. That guy, look, he's an American. He is the captain of Celtic, but yeah, I mean, he's going to have to be against Watkins, Rodgers, potentially Malen, Ramsey, a lot of really pacey guys here. Even Bailey's got pace, even though I just said his name hasn't been showing up on the score sheet. So watch it happen this game just to, you know, give a little fuck me. But yeah, Carter Vickers is kind of a hack, and he's definitely a guy I'd look at for a booking here.
Plus 400 to get a card on DraftKings right now. That's a fucking silly number.
Yeah. So that'll be it for this Aston Villa Celtic game. Be sure to like and subscribe right here on youtube.com/@Burrows772. It costs you absolutely nothing. It helps me out a ton. It's what allows me to keep bringing you guys this sort of content for free every single week. So, and you will get notified when we go live on Wednesday to talk some Champions League. I know Leg will be here. Nick, whether or not you're available, let me know. You're always welcome. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe right here on YouTube, and we will be back with the next game shortly. We outside!